Hello, everyone. Jane here, coming to you not live, but via podcast because we freaking love it. Don't we, Alicia?
Love it.
Yeah, love it. That's why I don't want to make it harder on us. I just
I
like
know
want
what
to
you
do it.
mean.
You know what I mean? Because this is a thing that really doesn't add any, like, it's just fun. We're just showing up. We're not getting more followers or more whatever. We're just here we are, but we get more people to know we exist. I want to
Yeah.
believe that. It's like, okay, it's like this thing that we can't visually see other than the amount of downloads we get. But even that, what does that even mean? Like, is it that amount of people that listen? Like, how many people actually listen? Whereas, like, when we show up on Instagram and we see that number go up, it is very, like, visually pleasing to see the number go up. Oh, more people know we exist. But right now, there could be 3 people listening and we don't know. But Podbean seems to tell us that a lot of you are listening.
I think it's going well.
It's like this like random world we're in that we don't know much about, But when I do a TikTok and I see how many views and I see
Does anyone really know what's going on in the world? Like, really? Like, as when you're like an entrepreneur, when you're a business owner, when you're a content creator, like,
you don't. It's bullshit. If someone is like, I know exactly how to get you this and this and this, that is BS. It's all about right place, right time, right connection. Like you just keep showing up.
you just keep showing up, putting it out there in the universe. I really truly believe showing up genuinely as yourself is a big part of it. Like, if you try and like fake it and like make it so do a post so that you get more followers, it just doesn't work. I think it needs to be authentic.
You know what? At the end of the day, I know what you're saying. Maybe your followers won't know that it's not authentic. What's going to happen long term is that you're not going to keep showing up because it's not authentic and it's going to become a lot of work. I think that showing up not authentically is not going to pay off long term for you, not necessarily for your business, but you're not going to be consistent with it. Oh my God, isn't that really relatable to weight loss? Like, if you're not showing up as Eula, yes, you might get weight loss, but long-term wise, you're not going to keep doing what you're doing. At one point, this is going to fail though. At one point, whether it's this year or next year, you're going to be like, oh my God, showing up in that way is just so exhausting. Like, honestly, the way we show up is not a lot exhausting. Only TikTok, we have to share with all of you that TikTok can be frigging exhausting. And we realize, we don't know why, but it's because sometimes we have to show up in a way that is like, it's authentic, it's who we are, but then there's also so many types of people on there. There's something about it.
Okay, yes, but man, you're good at TikToks.
Am I?
You really are. The last 2 days, you like rocked it. You're funny, your facial expressions, your dancing, the words, how you can literally last night, this is me at 9:30 at night on YouTube. How do I get better?
Shut up. You can't YouTube that shit. That's
yes, you
shut
can.
up.
There are people that will help you. You can YouTube anything. How can I be better about making reels and using my lips to mime what the other people are saying? Listen, I looked it up. I have tips.
Okay, what was the tip? Tell me. One tip. Can you give me one tip?
It was like, do the script over and over, write out the script, which would be good for me. Do the script in little clips, which would be good for me.
Yes,
I also saw
the script,
a few that people did where they used the sound, but they didn't mime it. They just like acted behind. I'm like, that's what I should do.
I think so too. I think that's like your forte, and you can definitely use the sound, and visually with using the sound, you understand what the message is. I still don't understand, like, in terms of TikTok, and I think any content creator that's not lying to themselves would say that you haven't figured out the algorithm. You have not figured out. I mean, there are things that it's like, oh, you got popular because of that sound that you used at that time, but it's not really you. Like, you're not special.
I really think the one thing that everyone can say about basically success in life, in weight loss, in business, in TikToks, consistency.
Absolutely. Like, that's it. You have to keep showing up. So if you're going to have to keep showing up, might as well it be you and not fake, because then that's not going to last. You won't be fake forever. At one point, you'll find it too much and you'll stop.
Literally, guys, how we just kind of regrouped after the documentary and we talked about, how we show up and whatever. And whenever we're creating our plan, we're like, how can we make this easy? How can we make this align with our values? How can we make this fit? And it's exactly what you guys should be doing when you're trying to lose weight and trying to create a new lifestyle for yourself. It's like, how can I make this as easy as possible to be consistent with? Like, what can I do to make it easy to be
Yeah.
consistent? Because consistency is the answer.
And I want you guys to realize that when we show up on social media and sometimes we're like, oh, it's a lot. It's like whatever. We have gotten to that point. We adjust. We don't quit social media. We adjust. So yeah, sometimes we take breaks of that type of content because I don't know, it makes us feel icky or whatever. Like we adjust in that moment to not feel that way. And I think that with weight loss, whenever you feel overwhelmed with whatever plan or lifestyle you've put yourself on, you need to adjust, not just quit altogether. You need to look into, why do I feel that way? What specific part is making me feel that way? And then be more and more yourself in that moment, because yourself keeps changing. Like who you are keeps changing, and what your goal is keeps changing, because what you want out of life keeps changing. Like you need to recognize that adjusting is a skill that is necessary in everything.
100%. And that is reason number 7,563, that we do not give you a meal plan, because then you never learn the skill of creating your way with your resources, your environment, your goals, your priorities, so that the next time, because like life happens, you get married, you get divorced, you have a kid, you get a new job, you work from home, you need to have that skill.
Yeah.
We are on fire. We are not talking
about fire. Absolutely not. Okay, I have a funny story before we start.
Okay,
so I was all flustered this morning and I was like, okay, we're starting a podcast. I need to go get my earphones. And I know they're on the table at the entrance. So I walk there without having like a mindful mind. Like I walk there just like mindlessly.
Are
like,
you on your phone?
Probably. So I walk there and I don't grab my earphones. I end up grabbing my sunglasses right next to the earphones. Like, obviously, I'm not thinking about what I'm doing, okay? I walk back to my desk. I sit down.
No.
I sit down and I put on my sunglasses with no earphones, just like this, okay? And I'm like, I'm like, what is happening? So I start laughing. I'm like, oh, okay, Jose, go get your earphones. No, you don't need your sunglasses right now. Just the fact that I sat down and put them on.
No, the fact that you put them on your face.
Yeah, exactly. And I saw myself in the camera. I'm like, why do I have these on my face? Holy mac, huh?
Oh, that's a great story.
Okay, everyone. Today's podcast is about the Kim K drama.
I feel like this might be a little controversial.
Okay.
But I think that I'm willing to put my opinion out there into the world more often. And I just ask that we all just respect each other if we have different opinions.
I want the world to realize that we can coexist with different opinions. It's the coexisting piece. You know, I think that even, I know I'm going off track, but I just want to say this. Even Jules, Dr. Plant-Based Jules, how he supported us while we were eating Tim Hortons for a month, and how he supports how we do things at Your Way Weight Loss. And he has a different purpose in life. And I think we have to be able to coexist with people that have a different purpose. Like what they want to be doing and their reason and what they're doing. You need to be able to coexist, just as we coexist with people that give meal plans. And I just don't understand why people can't coexist with our purpose. My purpose is to not give you a meal plan. That is my purpose in life. My purpose in life is to make you realize that there is a way for you to lose weight without a meal plan. I don't think that people that sell meal plans should be upset with that. I'm not upset with people that sell meal plans. They have another purpose. They want you to think that you need a meal plan. I think at the end of the day, we all have our reasons to be, and we all have our message. And I think we can all coexist. Anyways, he's like a really good example of coexisting with someone that has a different purpose than you.
No, it's not right or wrong. It's not good. It's not good and bad. It's not better and worse. These are just, we're all like, there's a lot of people on this planet. Jeff could tell us exactly how many. I definitely don't know. And I love having passionate conversations with people that I do not have the same opinion about, but we can have a impactful conversation and then agree to disagree and move on with our lives.
I also want to say this, even for Alicia and I, so I don't know a lot about the Kim K drama. I only know about it because Alicia talked to me about it. I saw a few things, but I didn't take in a lot of that content. I don't know a lot about it. So for me, it's I'm just a part of this conversation. So I want you to know that I'm coming in with not really an opinion because I don't have a lot of information. So this podcast is actually pretty authentic because I'm just going to say how I feel right now as I talk about it. But I want you to realize that, like, if you're like, I'm so opinionated, I have this opinion, maybe it's you were drawn into a certain timeline of thoughts and that became your thoughts. So this can be something else that you listen to and that you reflect on. And I think having all of the opinions out there, not facts, just all of the opinions. And then at the end of the day, it really is about how you see your perception of it. But in order for you to make up your perception of it, you need to hear multiple perceptions of it, you know? So I'm just here. I saw a few things. I saw people that were upset. I also saw, and I had my initial reaction to it. I read comments. Then I had different perceptions because of the comments. So I do believe that you need that emotional almost maturity when you're looking at something that has such an opinion, you know? So I hope that that's what you come with listening to what we're talking about right now.
Okay, so first I'll just explain like what happened.
Okay, go for it.
So not everyone knows. So basically, Kim Kardashian was given the opportunity to wear a dress that Marilyn Monroe wore, I think it was like 1962 or something, when she sang "Happy Birthday, Mr. President." So it's a very iconic dress. Ripley's, believe it or not, own that dress. They purchased that dress from someone that like collects Hollywood things for $3 million. So that dress is worth $3 million.
Wow.
So clearly she's built differently than Marilyn Monroe. There's a booty. So she did not fit into that dress. So she wanted to be able to fit into the dress. So she lost 16 pounds in 3 weeks to fit into this dress. It still didn't do up. She actually wore a fur and she was going to the Met Gala. She wore a fur over it because they couldn't do it up in the bottom.
Okay.
And she shared this information on the red carpet as well as in a Vogue article. So that is what happened.
She shared this on the red carpet while she was there. Okay.
Correct. Like when she was being interviewed about the dress and whatever, she shared that information that she had lost weight, that she had not consumed carbs or sugar for 3 weeks.
Okay. All right.
So obviously, this created a lot of controversy.
Okay.
People are upset with her that she is creating a standard that young women are going to look at her and think that this is what they should do.
Okay.
Do you want me to give my opinion?
Yes. So that I have all right now I'm just processing this information and kind of where I want to. Okay. Can you also, while you're giving your opinion, before you give your opinion, can you give me a little bit of an idea of what's happening on the internet? What else is so is it just negative? Is there anyone backing her up? What's the controversy?
So the bulk is very negative.
Okay.
The bulk is very, very negative. She's being like slated on the internet.
I'm curious, has she responded to any of this?
I don't think she has at all. I don't think she addressed it in any way, shape, or form. I mean, she's used to some drama, right?
Right. Yeah.
I did see a few content creators with a similar opinion to myself. And I was like, yes.
Okay. All right. What is your opinion, Alicia?
So my opinion might be controversial, but I'm going for it. So first of all, the controversy was, so a lot of people said, why are we slating her when we see people in Hollywood all the time losing or gaining weight in an extremely quick, unsustainable way? A lot of people brought up Matthew McConaughey. He was in that movie where he was like a skeleton. Right. Or even people in bikini body competitions, which is actually, we can relate to that a lot more than we can relate to like these Hollywood actors. Like these people are doing very unsustainable, unhealthy things for weeks on time. And we celebrate it. We take pictures. We give them medals in our society. We give them medals.
Alicia, if you knew my opinion about fitness competitions, though, like it wouldn't, like, yeah. Okay, carry on.
So I don't, and this was an opportunity for her. And people are saying, well, it's not the same. It's not the same as being in a movie. And I think we're in a dangerous place if we become the judges of what is and is not an opportunity that you should or shouldn't do this for. Like, I don't think we are allowed to judge that. I think for her, this was an incredible opportunity for her career.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So now my next point. How many other women that walked that red carpet
That night.
lost weight in those 3 weeks? How many women did unsustainable, unhealthy things in order to lose weight? How many people do you think on that red carpet?
A lot.
A lot. She just had the balls to talk about it.
Yeah.
And we're attacking her. And she didn't say, this is good. She actually said, that sucked. She didn't say, do this. She said, that wasn't fun. She's not now selling her 3-week Met Gala Marilyn Monroe PDF for $5.99.
Okay, so she didn't. Okay, I want to know the details in how she said it. Like, it wasn't like that was a like, oh my God, I feel so good and I look so good now or whatever. Like, it wasn't, she wasn't selling the fact that this was good.
No, I think she was proud that she did it because people, when she tried on the dress, people were like, this is never going to work. And she's like, no, I will do this. Like, I'm determined. I think she was proud that she stuck with what she said she was going to do. She also shared on social media, she had like in her hotel room, she had like a donut shop set up and like pizza. Like, she was like, this is not sustainable. I can't wait to eat carbohydrates.
Yeah. I love the way you labeled it as an amazing opportunity. And I think that, let's say you're someone that, let's say you weigh 250. Okay. You have this amazing opportunity to have this, like, okay, I'm going to think about like Jeff and our plane. You have to be a certain weight to be able to have that opportunity to travel that way. Like, you can't be 400 pounds and travel with Jeff. Like, that's just what it is, right? You have this amazing opportunity that Jeff's like, I'm going to fly you to this place, whatever, but you have to lose 20 pounds. Would we be like, oh my God, no, if this plane doesn't take my body, then I don't fit the plane fits me. Like, no, this is an opportunity that I am going, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes I'm like, let's cut the drama and the negativity, you know, like there are opportunities. Like, I'm sorry, if you give me an opportunity that I can wear a Kim Kardashian dress and I would need to lose a certain amount of weight for that opportunity to do that, knowing very well that this is not my life. Look, we had an opportunity to eat Tim Hortons for a month. It was not healthy or whatever with people, but we had an opportunity. We knew it was short term. We had a message. There is a reason for doing this. Our intentions are good enough for us. And I think that that's where people get lost in other people's intentions and other people's life choices.
Yes. And like, obviously, and people were saying like, the clothes should fit you. Obviously, for 9
in real life,
guys, she had an opportunity to wear Marilyn Monroe's dress. Like,
okay, I am this. Yeah, I have, like, my initial thought was like, first of all, how cool is that?
yeah.
And I was like, she had to lose weight to fit in it. In my mind, I'm like, she really wanted that. Like, she like, and again, okay, what was important to me, it was the aftermath. What did she say about her weight loss? And if you're telling me that she basically was like, oh my God, can't wait to eat pizza again and whatever, just like we were saying that about our life in Tim Hortons. I can't wait to get my life back. But we did this for an opportunity. I just don't see why we need to slander her.
I really think that we're heading, this is dramatic, but we're heading in a dangerous place with society where we're the judge of what is worthy of some people's actions. And I also think it's a dangerous place where we expect other people to show up in a certain way so that we can show up in a certain way. Like, the big conversation was like, well, what about young women? And then I think, actually, we need to not worry about what Kim Kardashian is saying. We need to teach women to be critical thinkers. We need to teach women to be confident. we'll never control what everyone else says. We need to teach our daughters, the people that surround us,
Yeah.
that's who we need to worry about.
Absolutely.
Like the
I think
problem.
that yeah. The problem is not in Kim Kardashian losing 15 pounds.
No,
The problem is that we're not teaching young women, I love critical thinking, emotional maturity, and
absolutely.
being rational.
Absolutely. So do you know what I want to do? I don't want to go on the internet and make sure everyone gets canceled that is in that area. I want to teach my daughters to look at this critically, to look at it rationally, to look at it from confidence in their own bodies.
Yes, and I want to teach young adults to coexist with other types of people that do, like, you can coexist with Kim Kardashian. You are not Kim Kardashian, no. And to think that the way you should behave in your regular life from 9 to 5 is how Kim Kardashian should behave by having the opportunity to wear Marilyn Monroe. Like, you are not Kim Kardashian. I'm sorry, though. So to think that she should be thinking like you think every day is not rational. That's you thinking that you're at the same place. Kim Kardashian is not you. You are not Kim Kardashian. And your child will never be Kim Kardashian. I think you should teach them that. You know what I mean? Like,
I think it's if I did have a teenage daughter, maybe that took in that content, how about we have an amazing conversation about it?
yes.
Instead of me, and I really hate cancel culture. Do you know what I mean when I say that?
Yes, when they like basically are trying to cancel anyone that has
And
does something that is
it kind of started about 2 years ago, and it's like scary. It's like mob mentality. It's
yeah.
bullying.
Yeah.
I don't like it, and it's making it feel like we can't coexist. We can't have our own opinions for fear that we're going to get attacked and canceled.
I know.
And people make mistakes as well. Like, I was
Yeah.
listening to a podcast and we're like, we can't expect everyone to know everything.
Yeah.
And now people are afraid to ask because they're afraid of saying the wrong thing or saying it the wrong way. I'm worried.
No, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. And yeah, obviously, frig, we can't expect everyone to know everything. And also the whole, like, people going back 20 years and being canceled for something they did 20 years ago is super scary to me. Because it's like back then, like it wasn't like that. It was different. It was like, oh, it was never okay. Back in that moment, like in my mind, I'm like, in that moment, that person, I think we just should have learning moments. There are things that are not acceptable. And we know that, you guys, they weren't okay back then and they're not okay today. But there are things that it's like, I don't know. I think we're going towards, it's a scary place where we're going, where we're not learning to coexist with different opinions.
Bam.
And it's making people behave in a way that is not conducive to a healthier, happier society.
That was really good. Okay, I have another point.
Okay.
I respect that she said she lost weight and it sucked. I think what's more dangerous is celebrities that are saying, yeah, I eat pizza and burgers. I just have this body. That to me is way more dangerous than someone being honest about what they had to achieve. Like, she was honest. Isn't that what we want?
Yeah, no, I agree. I feel like, and for them to be like, oh, I know I saw a few of that, like clothes are made to fit you, not to fit whatever. That's everyday life. Kim Kardashian, you guys, is not everyday life. Her wearing Marilyn Monroe is very much like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like there are just situations in life that don't fit that meme. Like, that doesn't fit the meme today. Today, that meme does not exist for that. And I actually agree what you're saying with her. I'm like, in my mind, it all comes down to how she speaks about it. And if she were like, oh my God, now, I don't know. I don't even know how she could have said it bad in a way that would be affecting young women. But as in like, do this diet would be something that I'd be like, no, let's not tell them to do this diet. But she wanted that. She went for what she wanted and she was honest with how she felt. I don't know.
She could have been like, I took this tea. Buy this tea. I took this tea and that's how I lost 16 pounds. That to me is 10 million times more dangerous than saying exactly what she actually had to do. And that's what all of those celebrities have to do to be that thin. Imagine if people started actually telling us what they do to be that
Yeah.
thin.
Yeah. And like, okay, I'm going back to the meme of the clothes, okay? When they're like, oh, it's not a movie part, it's clothes. It's not just clothes. It's a friggin' dress that is worth $3 million. Do
Yes.
you have a $3 million dress in your friggin', is your Old Navy sweater worth $3 million? It's not the same thing. Arrête. That's what I don't like. It's like people that just like want to, like, you're not making sense right now. Like that does not make sense. Her Marilyn Monroe dress is not just clothes.
No.
Right? It's not just clothes. No.
No. Do you know who I cannot have this conversation with?
Who?
Pete Stafford.
Okay, your
One
dad.
of the things that makes him most angry in the world, for what reason I am unsure, he knows nothing about what the Kardashians actually do, have done, how they show up in the world, but he is passionate.
He does not like them?
Nope, not a fan.
Not a fan. So anything they do is, I mean, let's be real. There is that exists.
Yes.
There's that group of people exists that they don't like the Kardashians, man. It's very interesting to me because chances are they don't know anything about them. It's just their persona. I actually know nothing about the Kardashians. I don't watch the Kardashians. I know nothing about them, but that's why I wouldn't have an opinion on, because I don't know them. You know what I mean? I do have to say though, Mira is a very Kardashian fan. And when she married Kanye, I was like, this is going to last. She's like, they're best friends. It's going to last forever. I'm like, no, it's not. I just like, no, when it comes to couples, it's like, I'm like, they're not going to make it. No, like, I'm sorry. And she's like, nah, they really love each other. I'm like, do they?
So
at the end, I was right, but not for the right reasons.
And what do you think? Are her and Pete Davidson going to make it?
Oh my goodness. I know nothing. So I just feel like the couples that make it are like the Tom Hanks and his wife, though. You know what I mean? Like they've been together since friggin' 1995. They're super cute. He is not Brad Pitt or Channing Tatum. The minute you're that gorgeous, you have so many opportunities. Tom Hanks is a smart, very rich man. He is not gorgeous, though. I'm sure he's very nice as well. Great dad. You know what I mean?
It's like, because they're also gorgeous, but they also have so much money, right? Like I'm
sorry. If I was that gorgeous with that much money and that many opportunities to sleep with that many gorgeous men,
it would be hard.
I would not be marrying and like, what? Like, I think that I'd be doing the same thing. I'd be trying out, oh, how about you be my Met Gala person? And then next Met Gala, hey, you. Like, I don't know. I think that we cannot be like, oh, everyone wants a family and kids. Like, they have different opportunities than we do. I think that's just matter of fact. They have more opportunities to live that life. Like, you'd be like, oh, travel. I'm sorry. Even if I didn't have kids, like, I can only travel so much. I have to work, though. Like, you know, I have to, like we don't have in Moncton, New Brunswick, I don't have the same opportunities as Kim Kardashian. It's just what it is. Like, why are we pretending like we're all the same? Like, we're not. It is what it is. J-Lo has more opportunities than me, though, you know? Yet still with Ben Affleck. It's so interesting to me. Interesting choice. But yeah, no, I feel like, and again, this is just talking the shit. Who friggin' knows what we would be like? But yeah, it's very interesting.
No, I appreciate being able to have that opportunity to talk about it on the podcast, because I obviously saw the drama, saw it unfold, heard a lot of opinions on social media. And I'm like, this is something I want to talk about, but I'm almost like afraid to talk about it because of the pushback of my opinion. But here I am.
Yeah. And I feel like if people saw that and was like, oh my God, I like really upset with like, this is the problem and whatever, I have to say that is not the problem is right now. Is not Kim Kardashian losing 15 pounds to fit in Marilyn Monroe's dress. Like, really, when you think about it rationally, like, that's not the problem. No. There's other things that I'm sure Kim Kardashian has done that I'm like, maybe we don't. I don't even know. See, I don't even know. I don't have an opinion. But I do think that all you have control over is how you behave and how you take in that content. And I think that's what we need to work on as a society. That's the problem, is how people take it.
And how people are looking for other people to they're putting their happiness, their success, their goals in the hands of other people. That just
Yeah.
infuriates me.
Absolutely. Like I for her to do that changed nothing in my life.
Same.
So I really truly believe that's the part where I'm like, how about we start like that energy? That's energy that we put out there that is just could be put somewhere else. Put the energy towards if you're really worried about like, and also you being upset about her is not fixing um young girls' problems right now. Like you putting that energy and being mad at her. If you really want to put energy into it, start putting in content. That's what we have control over. I can only control over the content I put out there, not what other people put out there. So if you're upset about it, then you start. That's why we never respond to negativity towards maybe the perception of our content. We've had people that are upset about our content.
Absolutely.
That is
Every day.
every day. Okay, you guys, we have that in our own lives. People are upset about our content, and I cannot control other people's perception of my content. So Kim put out that content, and she cannot control the perception of her content. So I don't really deal. She's not going to deal with your perception, So I don't deal with people's perception of my content. What I keep doing is show up with my content and my intentions, knowing what I'm doing. That's all it is. When I put out there that donuts are not fattening, that did not go well with some people because their perception of that was I was telling people that donuts were okay and that they can eat whatever and that donuts are good. And I'm like, I'm just going to keep saying that donuts are not fattening because that's my place in this world. My place in this world is not to remind you to eat fruits and vegetables. That is not my space. Someone else can do that for you. I'm the person that tells you that donuts aren't fattening. That's what I do.
And how about we coexist?
Yeah. Why do you have to be upset with that sentence? Because that sentence is right. So, but like it's very interesting to me. And I don't spend time fighting other people's content.
It would be exhausting to be the negativity. Like, guys, fill your lives with more positivity.
Yeah, I think that if you really want to make a difference, as you keep saying that you really want to make a difference, then you put out the content that you feel makes a difference.
Bam.
Perfect. And coexist with other content. You will never win this game.
Nope.
We will never win the game that some people sell things that we will never sell and that we do not believe in. And I'm not going to go on their platform to shit on their content because I don't believe in it. I'm going to go on my platform and keep pushing my content. That's what I'm going to do.
I'm going to pee my pants.
Okay. I actually have, speaking of TikTok, 1 second. I actually have an interview with Radio Canada right now at 10:30. I forgot to tell you. It's a French interview about French people having TikTok. And I'm like, well, yeah. And I was like, well, we don't do any French TikTok. So if you want to know like what it's like to have a French account on TikTok, we don't have that. He's like, no, I just want someone from New Brunswick who has a lot of followers on TikTok to talk to.
Fun.
So that should be fun. Yeah, I don't know what this is about.
That's so fun.
So fun. We'll see what he's going to ask me, but I have that in 18 minutes.
Okay.
Okay. Well, also before we hang up here, what a great conversation. We love all of you. What we like to do is just bring awareness to the table, and we do have opinions, and I would definitely sit with respect and sit with someone that is talking about the fact that what Kim Kardashian does not help society's way of how they look at their bodies. And I would definitely have a very respectful conversation with that person. And I would just say my side. And I think both of us can coexist our thoughts, and I can still take in your content and understand it, just understand where it's coming from.
Yes.
Before we're done though, the documentary is definitely for sure by this time that you listen to this, purchasable. So link is in this documentary. Link is in this podcast. If you haven't watched our documentary, you can now watch it.
Yay.
It is on sale again. So we're so excited. Thank you so much for your support as always. Have a great day, everyone.
Bye.